Hello, welcome to El Jefe podcast. I'm lucky here to be with Melokid.
What up? What up?
And boys, name your names off in there. I know one of you real good, but
Great nonsense. I was on the last episode a few weeks back.
that's right. DJ Nonsense was on with us before. And sir?
Gabriel the Messenger. I make music with these guys.
Yeah, this is the
Producer.
squad right here.
Producer, I make beats, I rap, sing now, all that.
Yeah,
So you guys are in the Zona office every day basically together.
I live here.
this is a guy right here.
I've been sleeping here literally. I've been having nothing but morning
Hey.
stuff since I'm going to California on Friday. So.
And do you still live with your parents?
Right now, yeah,
Yeah. I would sleep there too.
I had to.
I would sleep there. You never know when the cousins are coming and shit.
Good thing is they don't come a lot.
Your grandma's coming? Oh shit.
Now my grandma has her own room, so she good.
Do you have the dad that just constantly builds onto the house and shit? The old Mexican way?
yeah. Yeah, you know what?
iPod's right
We have a house up north too that he's building on. Stop the
It's
building.
beautiful.
It's
It's
good.
That's the beauty of being Mexican, dude, right there. Just
Right.
your dad knows how to do everything.
I was doing it all.
Hey,
I ain't paying for this shit. We'll just add another room.
hey, my
Everything.
brother's an electrician, so if you need electrician work, he went to school for that. So yeah, electrician I called too.
And we could always use it at the restaurant here and there, so I'll give him some work.
Yeah, let me know. Nice.
Okay, so Mellow Kid. Okay, that's you real quick. So you started out with DJing in high school, kind of what I got out of you a little earlier.
Yeah, man. So I started off in high school DJing, and then just doing house parties for homies. Just chilling. Smoke. I wasn't even smoking or drinking really at the time. I was just making music, playing music. So I got a little bit more intimate with just the different generations. And then when I met Nonsense, it was just kind of like he was, more into scratching like me, traditional like vinyl. And so we began to get into like experimenting with sampling. And then I play a little bit guitar. And I grew up in a family where like my brothers were in a band. They were playing brass and trumpet, saxophone, clarinet. My little sister playing cello. So naturally, I think
Oh,
all of
wow.
us in my family, yeah, just play music or have an ear for it or have a big passion for it overall. So we're definitely a musical family too. And my grandfather was also a trumpet player, but he was a bit of a Rolling Stone and shit. So I really won't, really won't say much. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Meeting Nonsense. After that, bro, we just took it to another level and got more serious with it, and it became a full time thing where now that's kind of like all we do, and it's been wonderful. Just going to venues, beat battles, performing all over the city, Tempe, Phoenix, doing the hip hop festival. Respect the underground. Shout out to them for putting on the team, the platform and shit, able to get out there. So really, it's just putting the fear aside and just going for it. Really, that's it. And from what we've been doing, like we just haven't given up. Like we've just been going through it, and we've been doing this now for over 10 years. And
Do you catch yourself getting kind of scared, like in the beginning of doing it?
I mean, not necessarily scared, but just kind of not sure of the unknown. Like we don't
That's
really
what it
know, because when I put everything into my music, it takes a lot of just weight off of me. So when I'm making music, I try to help somebody going through something, or maybe some type of experience that can be relatable to some people. But really, just trying to inspire people, whatever it is, whatever it may be, to go and get it. Um, it could be business, it could be having their own brand, it could be finding a way to turn what you love into monetizing it without kind of getting carried away with money being the full controlling aspect of it, but just doing what you love basically, and trying to express ourselves and be ourselves and not anything else really. Just kind of do it for the love, and do it for um, the people that almost don't have an outlook or a perspective where they feel like they really even feel special or belong or have a sense of purpose. So for me, that's the biggest thing I think when it comes to the music, is just to try and reach out to people in the community, because we're all suffering from something, and so I feel like music can heal and bring people together. And so that's the overall message, and I think the big picture is just to try and bring people together with music, and on that platform, and just doing what we love, having fun with it. I was scared, not gonna lie, doing my first performances, but I started off really like in backyard barbecues, like just doing, things like small where it was a few people. But once the stages got bigger and I felt like there was more pressure, I didn't really feel the pressure. It was just more of like it was my time because this is what I've chosen. Like I feel like I'm chosen for this, and so I kind of use that to empower myself. And so when I get on stage, it's just like I kind of feel relaxed. I feel good, and people love the energy that I bring, and the music is cool. So that's the biggest thing for me. I appreciate music in all forms, and like I was saying, so to me, I kind of was a perfectionist, but now it's just like not being overcritical, making good music that people can vibe to, and that's really it. It's simple, It's just people that could feel it in their heart and their
He
soul.
can spit, man. He's a lyrical maniac.
I mean, I just love.
He loves reading.
Yeah, I love reading. I love
put it all
flowing
together.
information.
You know what? I saw that.
all the
Yeah.
I
time.
saw that on your Instagram page.
He's just
Yeah,
a
bro.
lyrical.
So, where'd you grow up? Like, what high school and all that kind of stuff?
So I went to Camelback on the east side with Nonsense. Grew up on the east side my whole life, pretty much. But yeah, Camelback High School. Shout out to all my Spartans out there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody,
We still going.
all of us out
I
there.
got a love for Spartans too.
That's the same. My coach right there.
I did like
So,
16 years of coaching baseball there.
Yeah. See, so yeah, it's a small world,
All the
man.
way through it.
Yeah, all the way through. So we got
That's
love
like
for
a night.
everybody out here, and yeah, people that we went to school with. So but it really is just me and him. Like I'm in the streets all
He's
day.
the only one I
I
talked
really
to.
don't talk to
Countback.
nobody. Really, it's just when I'm not doing what I need to do. Like I'm here, I'm working with these guys, and it's good coming here, being here, because having that support is really crucial because we check each other. Like we fuck around a lot, we joke, and we're pushing each other's buttons. But when it comes time to it, I think we kind of check each other and let each other know, like, okay, like I push you, you push me, and we just keep going. We build from that, and so now we're just, going from what we thought. We didn't have an imagination about where we would be, how far it would take us, like especially with like Respect the Underground, having all those people come out to selling merch and then selling out. That was like almost something for me that was just a clear sign to just to keep going with it because we couldn't even have some of the stuff made and for our brand, and people were just buying it like straight from us. And so that's something that we're trying to put more attention to and invest into. But yeah, we've just been invested in ourselves, really. Like, so that's another thing about it, is just trying to push that out, tell people invest in yourself, really, and
Yeah.
take the time to really develop your skill set, whatever it may be. So that's kind of where
It
we're at
takes
with it.
time, that's it.
It's
It
just
takes
about
time.
learning from failures and
It
growing.
does.
It's gonna happen.
It sure in the hell does. It's
Yeah.
nerve wracking as hell.
And we don't even really have like a large following or anything. It's just the network and knowing people and just spreading love wherever we
like
go.
I was telling him how I used to DJ at TPs for you, So it's like you gotta start
Yeah.
somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
So and right now that's the big thing too. Is just we know our potential, but we're working with that, and we're applying that, and that's kind of what is almost like eye opening for me, is manifesting that and creating the lifestyle, that involves us sacrificing everything and taking that leap of faith, and that's really I think what was scary at first, but now that we're doing it, it's like it's empowering because we know that we're in control of our fate and our destiny, and we're not out here working for another artist label and catering to their image or whatever it may be. Like we just come straight from the soul. It's just us and kind of just straight to you. So we're just talking straight to the audience, straight to the listener, and that's kind of what that's kind of where we're at with it.
Cool. Take a break. Hit that bong. This is one of my better podcasts, I must say.
Yo, this is BCC.
Next time I gotta be on the couch right between you guys.
Yeah, I was
Come
saying
on,
you
man.
can come
Cannonball.
We have another room right here on the stage with a diamond table. We could do a diamond
Yeah, we can
podcast.
set it
bro.
up.
Yeah, I gotta go check it out over there. I want to check it out.
Right there on University Drive.
Yeah, we're kind of in the heart of
511
Tempe right
West.
now.
Yeah, we're
so-
right down the street from Mill Avenue. Literally.
So Gabriel, tell me something about you, brother.
Yes, sir.
What's your
I
album?
met them. I didn't do the beat battles here, but they started them up here, so I'll probably do that. But I met him luckily because of that, and ever since then, we just been working on music. He's been helping me organize, get my tracks, more serious, because before I was just a freestyler, really, just, conscious freestyle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you know, I entered competitions like that, but now, you know, they help me actually get albums done, you know, my tracks, you know, organized and properly, you know, laid out. So, you know, that's really what we're doing. We're just building up, and you know, since then, you know, just making more beats, you know, learning how to make beats, learning how to DJ. So, you know, we're just, you know, constantly growing, doing something new, adapting, you know. But,
So this is the heart, the 3-man crew right here.
We're missing one
Basically.
more guy. We're
Yeah.
missing one more
We
guy.
got missing one more.
We're missing one more. He's our dude,
Chad.
Chad. And he's our
Well,
crafter.
you know what? We could do a little bit more podcasts like this too. I like this.
Oh, definitely.
This a group of you guys up there. We'll just make me known as the backup for Zona Records. I like that.
Right?
Nice, I
And we
like
push
that.
the podcast, yo. It's like,
That way's when you get big, man. Don't forget me.
Oh, bro,
That's
no,
what
we ain't going
do this
nowhere.
Nah, not even like that.
Oh, we ain't going
That's
nowhere.
what I said that. I said that to Dan G the other day. Come on, man. You know I love you.
You might.
But
yeah, he's a good dude.
yeah, he is. He's a good dude. Hardworking. He's been at it for a long fucking time.
Oh, definitely.
Good to get lucky. You know, you got to have a little lucky break too. That's the key.
I mean, you know, I think it's hard work, bro. Really, it's consistency. I feel like
That's what it is,
you
consistency,
keep
then you
working,
get the
and
break.
it's gonna pop. I feel like,
Yeah.
and it's from failure to failure, you know, and it's from going from this and getting up and doing it again and falling and getting up, and I'm sure he could tell you about it too, because we have people that
Oh, yeah.
when we perform, we want people that, you know, we're close to support us, and then they don't come through, they don't show up, and it hurts. But then you have to think like, man, we just got to keep going, we got to keep pushing. Like, not everyone's gonna be on your team, not everyone's gonna be rooting for you. You got to be rooting for you. You got to be your biggest supporter, so that when that opportunity comes and that blessing can be something that can present itself for you, and you're ready to step into it. It just happens, and it's just almost seems like luck, you know. But I feel like there's a little more divine intervention there going on. But yeah, it's consistency, man, hard work, and shout out to Dan G for putting on, man, for sure, because he's just every day.
I'll throw some notes in here so you can check this out. I like that. Go, hey man, we were repping you a little bit. But how would you say what would be some of your influences?
Man,
Like past
influences,
hip hop artists?
I would say everybody from like early Nas, early Jay-Z, Big L, like even taking it further back, like Rakim, like MC Serge. I mean, just De La Soul to like, you know,
Oh, I love Daily Soul.
you know, I think for me it was probably just the storytelling, and then it just the rhythm, the soul, and then it just the evolution of hip hop from there. And really the influence is even beyond um, hip hop, I think, too. Really, like funk, soul, break beats, because I was b-boying in high school, so breakdancing for me was just like
African
it was,
Mubada.
yeah, it was in the blood, like, so
Or
rhythm
you just
to
think
me is
about
like
what was it? Lisa Alden, just a freestyle.
Well, Anthony, you told me like you like to go check out jazz albums and stuff.
Oh yeah, Jay,
Like old jazz.
Jamal, Lonnie Liston Smith, like all these guys. Yeah, like because jazz, I feel like jazz is like the only like everything forms. I feel like from jazz.
definitely
Like-
That's cool.
yeah, that's
Kind of opens your mind a little bit when you think about it.
yeah, definitely, because like I said, I
Yeah.
grew up with a family in music, so I can't read music personally, but my older brothers can, and so seeing them and the way they perform and being in a jazz band, being in percussion, to me that really
Dude, I tried to learn how to do that. That stuff's tough to do.
Yeah, oh really?
Read music.
Yeah,
Yeah, God Almighty.
I tried. But,
yeah, they were, yeah,
I
like
hit the records.
I had my run with a guitar at once. I'm like, this sucks. Fuck this.
I'm dead. Man.
It really is.
It was all the more I smoke, the more it'll come out. Shit, no. God damn it.
Yeah, no, but
I was lost.
it's just even rock and roll too, because like you mentioned playing guitar, so to me it was like Iron Maiden, everything from even classic rock to oldies. I mean, it could go into everywhere. And then like world music as well.
Right now we're hitting the 80s hard right now, so that's like we're like the 80s type of like sample.
I kind of like the way they rapped in the 80s. Because nowadays it kind of seems like just a story being read. I mean, like rhymes, but I like how the 80s was more like a blout out. Like they blabbed it out a little bit more.
It was definitely more soul.
I'm a big 80s person when it comes to movies, music, and everything. Like, I love the 80s because I have 3 older brothers that are born in the 80s. So
Yeah, I'm stuck in the 80s myself.
Yeah.
in the 90s.
80s and 90s is definitely my
Yeah,
favorite.
80s and
So,
I don't think I followed another rock band after the 90s. They all sucked.
that's true, man. I don't know. You know,
grunge. Those
I mean everything really, but yeah, having music really is just important, I think, and appreciating that from an early age. I was listening to like underground rap and stuff at the time. That's what really took I think a turn for me as far as like how much I was willing to learn from and apply myself and be more lyrical and put my head in a dictionary reading
Yeah,
just
I
became
feel
like a habit. And so once I started listening to stuff like Jedi Mind Tricks and more lyrical people and a little bit more about kind of like hidden history, real history, things like that, and then you learn more about like cover ups and other topics. But that's kind of I think where I began to kind of use okay, like I gotta use this as a platform message, almost similar to what some people were doing in previous generations, and kind of like Sam Cooke for me, I think was a big deal because what he was doing at the time, kind of starting his own thing and breaking away, and then how he got murdered, and a lot of other conspiracies for other people too. Like I don't know if
yeah, it
some
goes
people
deep.
believe in them, but I'm just kind of like interested in all of that. But music, I think, is ancient as far as like sounds and the different seven chords or the octaves. I'm sorry, and kind of how that relates to the body and sound healing and shit like that. So yeah, I think it recently became something more like that in the last few years. But yeah, appreciating all music from Robert Johnson blues to Eric Clapton, and then you got people like Neil Young, James Dean, all these people, all these influences. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah, that's a
Fleetwood
lot.
Mac, I love some Fleetwood Mac. Like it just depends on the type of day. Really, it really could be
Type
anything.
Yeah.
the vibe. That's all it is. It goes
Yeah,
off the vibe.
yeah, it
Whatever
could be.
the vibe is that day.
Sometimes,
I'll
yeah,
be
Like
bumping.
a rainy day.
like a.
Rainy day, I'm Led Zeppelin guy.
Oh, okay,
Love that.
Okay, I feel it. I feel
that's
that.
cool.
Rainy
Zeppelin.
day,
Just
I'm on that lo-fi
smoke
stuff.
a little and listen to Zeppelin. I love it in a rainy day.
Rainy day, I'm
Hopefully,
gonna
we
play.
get some rain outside.
Yeah, I was about to
Hey, it
say,
looks
man, I'm
good
about to play
outside.
some
Hope
Prince right
rain.
now, some fucking Purple Rain and shit. I'm
I
about to
like
do
that. That's good.
You should try acid raindrops on a rainy day.
That's the raindrops.
People
Okay.
under the
People under the
stairs.
stairs. Yeah,
Yeah, you should try that one next time.
that's a good one.
While you're smoking it up, just outside in the rain.
That's a
It's a
good
pretty
one
good
right
one.
there.
Oh God, I gotta check that out.
It's a good vibe.
That's definitely
Yeah,
nice.
that's gonna.
It's a
We
conscious.
have to put a link into that.
I
I
know it's
got you.
like
Yeah, we'll send you all the links on the email too. Write that note.
yeah, I
down.
sent
Yeah, but
some
Yeah.
messages, too.
I was the same way, man. I grew up the same way, like into conscious hip hop. Once I think for some reason that kind of stuck out to me in rap and hip hop music, was just conscious music was like actually saying something, and I feel like that's something that was like started in the early '90s, late '80s, and to me that was like he said, like a powerful way to put your messages out on a platform that's gonna reach the masses, if you blow up really, but. I think that's what we could all
Yeah.
we could all do that here because we're like all different styles, trying to do something different, but also together. So
Does it come to you guys in like dreams? Like, you wake up in the middle of the night of sleep and go, "Oh God, I can throw those together," or something like that.
I mean, one time I took some mushrooms and I had like a vision and it was crazy. I was like on the stage in front of a lot of people
Oh shit!
and I was tripping, bro. I was in my room. I was like, yo, I'm not seeing this right now. This is really happening, and I'm like on this stage, and there's just a bunch of people, lights flashing, cameras everywhere, and there's just like some type of festival or stadium or something. But I was like, okay, that's the vision I want right there. That's what I want. You know what I mean? That's what I want to manifest. So that's what I'm gonna do moving forward. Like, what can I do to get to that point, and how what can I do today, and keep going and working. So right now we're just making music, bro. That's it. Like, I feel like it's eventually, yeah, we're just having fun with it. Eventually, it's gonna be.
I mean, there are days where I wake up and I'm like, okay, I want to make this type of feel or this type of beat or this type of like influence, like a producer influencer. Like say it was like a Dr. Dre beat. I'll wake
So
up.
it doesn't come to you like, I mean, a lot of stuff usually comes to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think it.
That's That'll give me some ideas, like, especially kind of making this podcast
It
unique
comes
and shit. I'm always thinking,
down.
hmm Yeah, absolutely.
It comes to me when I have it down already, like, and I can have it, and then like you hear it, and then okay, let's add this now. Let's add that now. Like let's, after I have the pieces, I feel like
Okay, we're up by six with 6 minutes to go.
Hey, let's
Oh, okay,
go.
okay,
74,
okay.
baby. 74.
Oh boy,
there's a
we
four.
need the 2-0 lead. I'll tell you that.
Oh, bro, we're gonna get it.
CP3, we need his ass back. That'd be just a lot of
We're good.
cruising then.
He's gonna come back and not really have to do much because
He'll be
we're already
back
gonna
for
be
the
done. We're
finals.
already gonna be
Yeah,
done with it.
he'll be back for the finals.
Yeah, DeAndre's pretty
Oh wait,
impressive so far.
oh he's
Yeah,
a beast.
he's-
I feel like he finally he's getting his handles down. Like he was clumsy with the ball. I felt like in his
During the season.
during like he
previous
was just
season.
clumsy, like not just impatient.
I feel like he was kind of like becoming who he knew he had to be, and
It's all
once he,
adapting.
yeah, once he like, I feel like he became
They're
also a
killing
better player too because of D Book. I feel like D Book kind of became
chemistry.
a very aggressive and very like, how can I make my players more aggressive and better?
Yeah.
And so now when I see the whole team, it's just kind of like this. It's crazy.
And they're young.
We haven't
they're
seen this in
young,
like
and
10
they're
years,
young.
20
They're
years.
like the youngest team, right?
And yeah, we're among some of the
Like,
youngest
they're
players.
young. Like,
So, bro, yeah, it's a good season right now.
Yeah, that's why I like CP3. Because he's like the old guy, kind of like been there before, and he knows how to get everybody going on the
Yeah,
same
he's a
page.
veteran too. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a leader too, definitely.
you need
He's a
that
long player.
balance. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. He must be going crazy being out right now.
oh, that's so.
He's got to be just nuts. Okay, besides that, okay, we're done with the Suns. Unless something happens, I'll scream it out. What I would say, we got over like what gets you going and who you like. Oh, how do you do your social media? What do you use as your social media to get more of you out there? That's because I always try to train my listeners on different ideas in
Okay.
social media.
I think just I don't know. For me, I think it's just being yourself. Sometimes like people be doing too much, posting too much, or like maybe too cloudy or something. I don't know. To me, it's just like put it out there. If it's music, singles, like promote yourself. Like maybe even start doing like do like advertisement promotions, and yeah, start looking into that. I know there's algorithms and stuff like that. Even I have to school myself on and learn, especially with the Spotify. That's what I'm working
Gabriel
on
does a
right
lot of
now.
that
So
shit.
yeah, some. So maybe you got what do you got to say about the Spotify like playlist placement? And,
I mean, I know there's like a lot of fake ones out there, so that's something you gotta watch out.
Yeah, definitely watch out for the bot ones.
But there's some legit ones, so you just gotta really find some good ones and people know what they're talking about, um, because there's a lot of things that you could actually there's I've seen some people that have paid for playlists and it's fake, and then they end up actually getting sued or taken or banned from like DistroKid or different things. So it's like you could
Oh,
actually,
really?
yeah, you could actually get in trouble for doing that, and it's really just an accident because you're just trying to get heard. So you just got to be careful out there. But honestly, it's probably better to build organically, anyways. Do your own stuff, be creative, because people are blowing up every day on freaking TikTok or this and that, freaking for no reason.
Yeah, TikTok's nuts.
TikTok's like a one to get. You can get like a TikTok endorser, a person to promote your stuff that has a decent following. That could help.
Nowadays, they're like the modern, DJs, the radio, hosts that are just putting out your music. They could probably do it better than radios nowadays. This and that.
Yeah, I agree that you shouldn't spam up your channel too much.
yeah, definitely.
It's crazy.
I kind of slowed myself down because I kept putting TikTok funny fucking videos in there. I mean, I'd get a lot of deals, but I was like looking at it going, I'm spamming myself. Jesus.
Yeah, once you see it, you're like, okay, I need to slow down. It can be addicting. Social media can be addicting, and like, I
Yeah.
personally think that with that you have to also check it. And I've been a victim of that as well. So just yeah, so now it's just like
Mine's story post. That's
just
my favorite.
really for me, I think because it's photo based, kind of use that to the advantage of the creator. Be creative with that. Use your imagination. And I was telling these guys like when we do our videos, it's going to be something as well that I'm going to promote more of the just imagining things, creating things, visual storyboards, working with other people as well, like with the software involved in making videos and stuff like that. But doing it ourselves, really too. But also, learning from it and just trying to make something that's just authentic, I guess, just genuine and not be fake or be something that's just I don't know. To me, I feel like a lot of the shit out there really could be like negative, or it really don't. It really just doesn't do anything for me as far as like what 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 I'm looking for. You know, as far as like the lyrics and the message, or possibly what what the music is about, as far as like what the lyrics might portray, instead of just kind of talking about idolizing things, or glorifying things. And so that's kind of how I see it. But with that being said, I think that's the best way to do it, to try and just be yourself and not push too hard too. But what pulls you to do something? What's going to drive you? What's going to propel you to create something that's genuinely you and yours. And that's kind of how I see it. It's like get some kind of inspiration from something somewhere. I like to just get my inspiration from life, from the experiences that we go through on a daily basis. So to me, it's about asking yourself the deeper questions, the more meaningful questions, and seeing what you want to do with yourself, like what you want to give yourself up to as far as the cause, like greater cause, bigger than yourself. And once you do that, I think things will just fall into place. So regardless of what you want for yourself, I think if you just work on it consistently and keep creating, but don't overwork ourselves as well. We've been doing that. We've been getting burnt out. So taking a break when we need a break. He's taking a vacation. We're just gonna keep rocking. But yeah, just I don't know, man. Just really just keep being better though too. Like
just promote.
ask
IG,
ourselves, like, are we really
Instagram,
pushing
all that.
ourselves, or are we just sitting around, we bullshitting? Like, you know what I mean? At least that's how I feel. So I'm chasing it. I'm going after it. I'm not waiting for it. I'm not waiting on anybody. So there's no excuses. It really is just about
I'm like,
taking
yo, stop yelling
accountability
at me, all right? God, I doing the best
and
I can.
and just taking on that responsibility. I guess really for me, that's how I feel. So my dreams and goals sound pretty crazy and outrageous, but we're just gonna keep working towards it, and just see where life takes us, man. We're excited about it. It's crazy. We're just going. We don't even,
I feel that it's gonna happen for you guys. I mean, you guys are in the right state of mind and
Squad coach,
doing good stuff.
we have a team.
I mean, it's definitely that way. You got to stay positive and and just be energetic. And the more people that see you kind of talking like this, just right away, I'm like thinking to myself, these three guys are fucking cool shit. Like I want to check them. I want to check out all their music.
We just talking now. We're respectful. We're just normal people. Treat people how I want to.
Like they might need some water right now, but they're good. Little beer or some cottonmouth, get right out of that.
Water ice. Water ice. We call it. Water ice.
But that's cool. So I agree with the social media and definitely not spam. I'm gonna kind of switch into get my face on the recorder, shouting out live messages. People like that a lot better, which I don't like getting my mug out, but it is what it is.
Things with text messaging too. A lot of these companies now are doing text messaging promo type stuff. You
Oh, really? Text deals?
Yeah, and like,
Dude, there's
all you gotta do is build up an email list or a number list of your people, your fans, and just text them, and that's how they really get the organic interaction with their fans. Is like maybe giving them a number to text, right?
Oh, really?
yeah, send them.
I just joined this one thing. It's like on my phone where like the four of us could talk about something, and I can record it, and it's like just talk about like bullshit, just hanging out. It's kind of funny. It's like they were talking about the one I saw was hilarious. They're talking about what bugs them when they're driving, like what people do to how people act out there. It's just hilarious. Some of the stuff was brought up.
You gotta check our vlog out. We have some pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, I just started putting my face out there, honestly, because I was just kind of not.
They're shy, I'll be honest.
Well, I wasn't really used to having like a camera like in my face, you know what I mean, and kind of like putting myself out there. But I think just building up that confidence. People want to see what you're up to. People want to see.
Yeah, a lot of people like that picture I put out with you.
Oh yeah,
Like kind of like that. Yeah.
And I think for a minute, it was definitely was about just I think overthinking it. Me naturally, that's just how it was for me. Like
you using it to your advantage.
And now it's just like this is how we do it. This is who we are, and people are feeling it. So it's just what it is. We're just being ourselves and clowning on each other all the time, and it's just having fun. Really,
That's all it is. we're lucky right now. You know, we're just living. I don't have any responsibility right now. This is my responsibility. You know, I have all my money invested in this place right here, so I can't really.
You need to invest in a brush, bro. Get your hair. I'll just play.
Put my hair down, bro.
Hair again.
Yeah, that is getting a little. It is getting a little long. I saw a video the other day.
Yeah, his hair's getting long now.
I'm gonna shave it. I think it's time to cut it completely. You know how I used to have it. You know, I used to
You know you wanted by August a cut.
Oh,
It's fucking hot out there.
That's
I
brutal.
don't know.
That's brutal. Yeah.
We'll see.
I stopped cutting my hair
Every year.
I might do a YouTube video of it.
on your haircut.
We'll do a vote. We should do a vote on Instagram. Have people vote. Should I cut my hair?
They're gonna say yes, just
Okay.
just to be like, oh my god, I wanted to cut it all.
You should
off.
should do the video and let you Mello or Gabriel get the clippers out on you.
Man.
I will. I'll do it. I swear.
Feel like if I can get 1 million likes, I'll cut all my hair.
Yeah. Well, if you can give me 1 million likes, which would be beautiful,
Now
I will cut my hair.
and then
Yeah,
we'll be
right,
good.
song.
Want to listen to our song?
You gotta
get-
dye it first, and then
You say you got a diet? What
you
the?
gotta bleach it, and then
You
you
gotta
gotta
go
dye
crazy.
it some crazy color.
I'm gonna buzz it if anything. When I cut it, I'm
Buzz it
gonna
out.
buzz it again. Like, I used to buzz it.
So then we'll just dye it.
Oh shit.
Diet it like-
Ah, that's a big bucket.
What's the next question? Go on to the next question. No, my hair. On to the next question.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything you guys? Oh, let's talk about Zona Records.
Okay.
Give me some. Definitely where you can find you guys.
We have a website.
You guys.
Shop, right?
Yeah, we have
That's our
a
website.
Zona Records.shop website, and it has our merch on there. Our
Okay. Well, we'll definitely keep that in their deal. And so, what did you guys get together and just put all this stuff together and get a place in Tempe?
Yeah, well, it kind of
basically,
just
yeah.
it just really happened little by little. We had a crew previously that we were involved with, and then that kind of dissolved, and we needed something to kind of just pretty much start from.
So
scratch.
they left you with the rent.
Yeah, we had to start from scratch again all over. So, but there was another situation that kind of played into my big move because I had money aside for some other stuff that it fell through. So I kind of just used that money and I cashed out, and then I invested all of it. And I got my LLC for Nonsense Production first, and then about 2 months later is when we got the LLC for Zona Records. He came to the house and he was like, "We got to come up with a new record name, but it has to represent Arizona." I was like, "Okay," so we're just chilling, and I'm like in my room. I was like, and he has a Diamondbacks jersey on at this time. So this is how we came up with Zona. He had the Arizona Diamondbacks throwback jersey on, so he was wearing it, chilling on the bed, and then he was just like this, and I'm just looking. I'm like, and on the jersey, Zona's cut out of it, so he has Era and then Zona. So I was like, "Bro, Zona Records, right there. It's on your shirt, Zona."
It's a good name. I like it.
Yeah,
We looked it up. and
it's
it was
good.
available,
I think it's
and
funny because he was actually wearing a baseball jersey, so baseball is a big part of my life, obviously. So it's everything that plays.
It was a throwback.
Yeah, it's a throwback
Randy
too.
Johnson,
So it was just
Arizona Diamondbacks. It was purple.
Oh, the original colors.
yeah, it was the original throwback one. So it was just
Shit, those are fucking ugly.
but we
They had the teal and shit in there.
Oh,
Like,
it didn't
the
even
fuck
matter.
are you
I know.
thinking?
My dad hated those jerseys too.
Yeah,
They were
but
the ugliest,
I think they're fresh.
but now
just
they're
because they're,
classic. Now they
especially with the little gold flake on there.
purple hat.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays people are cool with colors and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Definitely.
But I was back in the day, I'm like, fucking teal? The fuck? That's a baseball team.
It's a baseball team.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, we started in 2019, but we didn't really do anything big with it until 2020, huh? Because we were all, I mean, we and him were just going to studios in 2019. We're going around, and then I started doing the beat battles, and then meeting up with my dude Arza, and going to different studios with him as well. And that's how I linked up with him. And because we're kind of building two companies at the same time, I guess, but kind of just together though. We're building Nonsense Production, and then we're building Zona Records, because Zona Records is just a stamp over Nonsense Production. It's just that's the record label, and the Nonsense Production is just the beat side, the recording, the studio.
I think the Zona Records was more about, we knew we had to publish the music and we had to have full rights over it because of the other people that I've seen in the industry here get robbed basically, and then not even just in music but also in the cannabis industry. for example, just dealing with shady individuals. So we knew we had to build something from the ground up that was going to be transparent, something that we could put our full trust and our full faith into, because people were getting their whole identity snatched left and right, like their music, their name, even like they couldn't even put anything out, and they already had a big following. So seeing that was just like kind of like no
We don't
brainer
want to
for
blow
us,
up and not have our stuff
so we
already
knew we
ready.
yeah, so we knew we had to be smart about it. And then on top of that, like if we're already gonna put out good music, then it's already gonna be a win-win. And just I think that's really what kept us going from there. Then when the merch started selling out, we just knew like, okay, it's time. Like we just got to keep going and keep investing in ourselves. Really just slow down, but just keep moving forward. But the Zona Records, I think, was kind of like the turning point, because I was doing music with another group at the time, and I had released a single with them. But then I realized the same thing, that was like, this single is not. I don't have control over it. I just featured on it. I don't know what's going. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on behind the scenes on the business end. So I think that's when we really, we put our thinking caps on and started looking at the business side of everything, and started looking at basically like all the litigation and copywriting, and making sure that we're not getting screwed
Because we
over.
tell people music's only 2%. Music's only 2%. The business side, knowledge side, that's what you need to focus on most. Like, and that's what it was. Zona Records was just a record label that we can just, like I said, cover, publish our music under our name, so it's independent always.
So you said you did a good selling on the merch.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
definitely have.
we had two batches.
We had two batches. We had some sweatpants and some t-shirts, but we are just more about the quality of the material, and that's kind of like what I was interested in most. And from there, it was just about the logo, and the logo was some clean, crisp, and I felt like people could relate to it just for the lettering, the style, the font. It's just bold, it's in your face, and that's kind of how it is out here. It's like Arizona. It's like it's bold out here. It's in your face. Like we're out here. We're in your face. Like it's Arizona, and it's just for our people, for us, for everybody out here. Just like I said, just trying to do something with their lives, and so that's what we're doing. We're just trying to give back, and then eventually, when we get bigger, it's just find ways to give back even more to the community. Be able once we get things. Really, our goal is just to get funding and become financially independent, to where we're in control of our free time. And if we can make music and be in control of our free time at the same moment, and then that way we could continue that, then we're really moving with that. But the business side of music is something that I had to get on the ball with, thanks to Nonsense, thanks to Gabriel, all these
We're
playlist
still learning
placements.
though. And then cause like with the studio, we got Brian, our dude that runs BC Studios. He's been on Billboard songs. He's been in that industry already. So like he already. So just learning from him and then taking that and applied it to an independent label. It's
He's a
just like,
mentor, really. Like
yeah,
he
really,
comes through
it's
with the
another
with the
mentor.
best advice, because he comes through and he'll let us know, like, this is what you need. What you need as far as like the business side of things, and then the music, and then
Yeah, because
he's a creative genius too. So working with him has been a absolute blessing. I think the time that Nonsense and myself started working together, like full time on music, was also a blessing too. So we've been really using that to our advantage, and having those resources really been putting us in these positions where when the opportunity comes, we're going to be ready for it, because we've been preparing ourselves for it, and we've been dedicated, and we've been looking to just put ourselves in these uncomfortable positions, being comfortable, being
That's all it
uncomfortable.
is. Yeah.
And I've dealt with the business side of it, as far as performing, having my spot bumped out, and then also getting gypped by promoters. So it's just everything's gonna happen. So for us, it's like we build a following, we can have our own venues, then we can have our own people there, then we can cater our own food, then we can just have people in the community coming through, and it's just for the community. It's just for the community, doing it for other people, and everyone that comes in is gonna be helping somebody at the end of the day. That's really what we want to do with it. And I think that's why some some of our stuff has been selling out, just because we're dedicated and
Loving
passionate
people, yeah. I
about
don't know. We're not
the
doing it
merch,
for
about
gimmick.
people.
We just love everything
And
about
yeah,
it.
we just yeah, so we're just loving what we do, and we ain't really hating on nobody. Don't have no reason to. We just focus on ourselves, growing and making changes, and that's pretty much it, really, huh? Just
That's pretty much it.
yeah, man. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. It trips me out sometimes thinking about it because I'll be like, damn, we really doing this shit like,
Yeah, I know.
and this is every day.
And this was like 3 years ago when we went full time. And now I was telling him the other day, I was like, yo, 3 years ago I quit my job, I went full time. He figured all this out, and we got here now. So imagine the next 3 years where we're gonna be at, And that's all around the corner because years are flying, by, and it's just crazy how things happen when you actually push yourself. At the end of the day, push yourself and stay at it. Go get it.
I like that though. You got to get back to the community. That's
Yeah,
cool.
that's the main thing.
Big fan of that.
Like that's the main focus is the community, like building jobs and all that. Eventually, too, like
If you're taking care of your community, they're taking care of you.
hey, so, yep.
Yeah. But you definitely got to show the allegiance of doing it,
Yeah, exactly.
which is
Leading by example, setting a demonstration, and then just demonstrating it. Really. So that's where we're standing. That's where we're standing at. We're just doing our thing and kind of standing in place, getting ready for the next move, the next play. We have setbacks, we have failures, everything. We're normal, we're human beings, but just never quitting. You know what I mean? That's it.
We are
That's
trying to
what
go
it is.
Zona. We are trying to go global though eventually. So.
Now we're going to London next year too, so we're going to start traveling more, um, and then from there, really just want to start traveling all over other places too.
you guys will be hilarious in London. Arizona boys just in London.
All right.
I could just imagine that.
Yo,
Hey mate, hey mate.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
Because my London artists, I work with them fully, so it's like I already pick up. Like we've been working together.
You better take his ass with you over there.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah, no,
we're
yeah.
gonna go stay with him. We're taking Mallow. And,
I was gonna say,
yeah, we're gonna go stay with him.
where the fuck are we going? I don't have no clue.
We're going to, was it Hertford?
Hertfordshire.
Hertfordshire.
Shout out to Hertfordshire.
Havoc Music,
Havoc.
Hertfordshire.
We're coming, bro.
We're coming, bro. Don't
We're coming,
worry.
bro. We're bloody coming.
The Mexicans are coming.
Yeah, we're gonna pull up.
That's funny.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Fucking,
Tortillas,
where's the Modelo? God it!
tortillas and crumpets.
I know.
All right, it's shout out time. Who do you guys want to shout out to?
Man, I just want to shout out to
Your boys out there.
AL Crew, Ambient Lyric, the boys I started with. Also want to shout out to B Creep Studios for putting us on and really giving us a home where we can make our own music. And, Respect the Underground for giving us a platform, Arizona Hip Hop Festival, being able to work with them. K-Dub Media, Critter, who else do you want to shout out? Lisco, Chad.
Nonsense. You got any people?
Arza.
Yeah, we got B-Mecca Phoenix, shout out to Complex, Ben, Power, all them guys. Javen, Andrew, and all them. I don't know, there's so many people.
How about you, Gabriel?
Yeah.
I just want to shout out to my family. My baby girl Avery, my girl at home Alyssa. My crew, my family.
Of course, our family.
Everybody here. Everybody.
Of course, our family.
Definitely, I want to shout out to Christian and Ernie for getting me into rapping, freestyling, doing what I do. And Arza for connecting us for sure.
The Beat Mecca feed is connected pretty much all of this right here. I didn't do Beat Mecca.
Shoot, for real though. Shout out to my mama, the only woman that loved me. I love you, mama.
We love you, Mom. We love you.
Shout out to all the OGs, man. Shout out to everybody blocked up. Shout out to God first and foremost for just waking us up every morning and just continue on, man. Continue fighting.
Yeah. God is the man. He kept me alive. I should have died in the hospital with COVID, but thank God to him, I made it.
Brother. Amen.
Yeah. So okay, I think we're good. Boys, it's been fun. You guys are awesome.
We gotta do this sometime. You should come by, man. We'll just film some shit from here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come by.
Yeah, we'll do a little quick bullshit one. Have fun.
Yeah, we'd
No,
love
for real,
to have
'cause
you,
I
man.
got my camera.
I want to check out the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got plenty of music to show you. We can jam out too, so we could do some live scrap.
Yeah, I'd love to feature it on my YouTube channel because I need some videos up on there.
We do a live performance or whatever, you know what I mean? It don't matter. We can get down, bro. Just have it.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Shit.
Yeah,
I'm
just
spoiled.
yeah, man. We're just like I said, man. We're just honored to have you do this with us because we've had people walk out on us, people flake on us, people fake on us. So it's cool to see you working with You know what I mean? What you got, and we're doing the same, man. It's just all love from us to you, and
Dude, I am all about people up and coming in Arizona that people haven't met yet, so we can get the word out to people. That's what I love about doing this stuff.
BC Studio.
And you guys, I'm glad you guys are all a great bunch of guys. So this has been fun. All right, boys. You all take care now. You have a good one. Bye-bye.